Hello, Gene Schwimmer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Couple of small items before we get to today's main subject. And the first one is Alaska. Trump has won Alaska. Finally was announced. Trump wins Alaska. More important, Dan Sullivan, the Republican incumbent in the Senate, has been reelected. So it is now 50-50 for sure in the Senate, and everything depends on Georgia, the two runoffs there. Last I heard, both of the Republicans were ahead. Kelly Loeffler, not by very much, only a single percentage point, but Dave Perdue, the other one, solidly ahead, 4 points. So at the very least, it looks like the Republicans will keep control of the Senate. Also, another little piece of good news, if you're a conservative, full disclosure, I'm a conservative, but Joe Manchin, the Democratic senator, said that he would not vote for any of the quote-unquote crazy stuff that the far-left Democrats propose in the Senate. He specifically said that he is not going to vote to expand the Supreme Court. He is not going to vote to get rid of the filibuster. So those two things look like they will turn out to be non-issues, even if for some reason, and it doesn't look likely now, the Democrats were able to get control of the Senate. It at least looks like those two things, packing the Supreme Court, getting rid of the filibuster, those are off the table. And finally, though he didn't say so specifically, at least in the article that I read, I would have to assume that Joe Manchin would not vote to admit Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. to the Union as new states and thereby add potentially 4 new Democratic senators. So I guess, again, if you're a conservative, or if you're just a sane Democrat, you can breathe a sigh of relief there. Now, the second small item I want to get to is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who is not very happy these days. In fact, she talked about leaving the not leaving the Democratic Party, but just leaving politics altogether. I don't take that very seriously, but she was very disappointed and apparently remains disappointed that progressives and progressivism just got slaughtered all the way through the ballot, and I'm going to get to that more in a second. But right now, on her Twitter feed, she invited her followers to suggest cabinet members for a Joe Biden cabinet. The good news is that she, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is not on the list, but here are the most popular picks from followers of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez for the cabinet. Put them up here, and this is, as you can see, compliments of Fox Business. Thank you very much for this nice graphic. For Director of Homeland Security, Ilhan Omar. Rashida Tlaib, Department of Justice. Elizabeth Warren, Treasury Secretary. Bernie Sanders, Secretary of Defense, and Andrew Yang, Transportation Secretary, which at least that one kind of makes sense. But I would trust him in that position, frankly. That's just me. I'm surprised Bernie Sanders, Secretary of Defense, I would have thought he would be the pick for, or the choice of these far-left people as Secretary of Labor. Apparently, I was wrong. So I was wrong. It happens. Now, let's get to what I want to talk about today, which is the aftermath of the election. I'm going to give you a couple of quotes here. I wonder how many people these days, younger people, you young whippersnappers out there, know who H.L. Mencken is. He was a journalist. He was a commentator. I was going to say a Dorothy Parker type. That's how I think of him. But you probably don't even know who Dorothy Parker is or was either. I could be wrong. I don't mean to be harsh. Correct me in the comments if I was wrong. But here's what he said. Democracy is a theory that the common people know what they want and deserve to get it good and hard. And then we have Ed Koch. I hope you all remember him. I remember him very well. He was one of these New York characters, and as I've mentioned several times in the past, though not lately if you're new to this vlog, I lived in New York for over 40 years, a little over 40 years, moved there in 1977 and just moved to where I am now, Tennessee, January of 2019. So I actually, now that I think of it, I voted for Ed Koch. I voted for Ed Koch one of the 2 times that he ran. I don't remember which time it was. But anyways, here's what he said when he lost his last attempt at re-election. The people have spoken, and now they must be punished. And that's what I want to get to today, because these people that voted for Joe Biden, well, here's this headline. Let me share this with you. And I believe I linked to the article in the description so you can read the whole article, but the headline really says it all. Just 56% of Biden voters say they were voting for Biden. In other words, it was, to a large extent, it was an anti-Trump vote much more than it was a pro-Joe Biden vote. So I wish he would stop claiming this mandate, as I also wish that people in the media would stop calling him the president-elect, because the election is being contested. I'm not going to talk about that today, but I am going to talk about if these people the people who voted for Biden, what did they really vote for? What did they get for their vote? I am going to show you now, because I talked about this a couple of vlogs ago, 2 or 3 vlogs ago, that suddenly everything would be peaceful, all the tension and the riots and the looting and everything, that all that would stop once Trump was replaced with a Democrat. This is Portland, the day after the networks, remember, not the Electoral College, no government, the state governments, but the media anointed Biden as the president-elect. Here is the reaction. Watch.
Get back, get on the sidewalk, now! On the sidewalk! What did he do? Get back on the sidewalk! What did he do?
That was video number 1. Video number 2 is very interesting. Here is, I was going to say crowd, but let's say mob, confronting a Biden voter. This is somebody who voted for Biden. You'll see in the video, he's saying, I voted for Biden. Why are you bothering me? Well, just watch the video.
We're not here to instigate. So if you're here and you're marching with us, let's keep it moving. Because unfortunately, people like this don't change their minds. They're not willing to listen. Hey, get your husband, bro. Get your husband, bro. Let's go. Okay, we're going to keep marching. Everybody, at this point, you're distracting the movement. Hello? Can you stop? Are you awake? Listen. No, we're not. I don't care. I don't care. I'm on your body. No, you're not. You're fucking not. She told you not to fucking film, bro. Don't fucking film. Let's go home. Hey, can you just go home?
Do not touch me! Do not tell what is touching you! Walk away! Get it! My phone back. Your phone.
Did you see that, all you Biden voters? If there are any Democrats watching this, that's what you voted for. You might not have thought that's what you voted for. That's what you voted for. If you love riots and mob rule and looting, then enjoy. That's all I can say. Enjoy, because you're going to be getting that for the next 4 years. That's what I predict. I hope I'm wrong. We'll see what happens, but I would not hold my breath waiting for these nutcases to calm down just because you have a Democrat in the White House. And I will just close with this. If that's how some people are reacting after a Democrat won, that's it for today. As always, I appreciate everybody taking time to visit with me. I would also appreciate thumbs up if you like this video. Share it with anybody you think would also like the video. Got any comments? Comment section below the video. You can also ask questions, suggest future topics. You could subscribe. I love getting subscribers. You could also visit my music channel. I put my original songs on my own little YouTube channel, separate channel from this one, and it's under the name Gene Allan, so you don't have to worry about people searching for music if they're non-political or they're liberals and they hate conservatives, that they would accidentally end up on my political channel. And I guess that's it. Oh, and the link is in the description to the music. And finally, come back and see me again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see you all again, bye.